So this is going to be Plan Inspire Create's new home. However, we moved in and we've experienced a big setback. So when we moved in, there was this like foam tile stuff all over the wood on the floor, and they had a gym in here, so we didn't really think anything of it. But when we came to peel it up, we noticed there was all this weird white stuff on the floor, and the floor felt really damp and it's actually warped in places. Like you can see here that it's raised up, so the door doesn't open very well. That's just a little storage cupboard. And yeah, there are quite a few places where the wood is warped. Oh, it's very bright over there. Hello, Maggie. And so, yeah, we have had builders out to look at it, and basically having taken up the flooring so that we can have a look what's underneath, it would seem that no damp proofing was put down, which is baffling, because why you would go to the expense of having something like this built to let it just rot from underneath is beyond me. So in about half an hour, we've got builders coming out to rip up all the floor, and then we're going to assess the best course of action for actually damp proofing the underneath, because otherwise it's just going to continue to stay wet, the wooden floor's going to rot, and obviously we can't be having that, especially not with running a business with paper goods. So that's the plan. We also have this bar which is going to have to go. I thought about whether I could do something with it just because of the expense of getting it removed, but now that we're having building work anyway, I'm just going to get rid. So this is what it looks like now. It's got like glass shelving that was filled with booze, and then there's just cupboards, wine racks, and then this is just a bar. So this, I did think about keeping it, but like this is so shallow, like it's just not very functional for what I would use it for. But the good thing about this is it already has electrics in. There's not plugs everywhere, but they are dotted around, which is really good. And then I think it's just going to be a really lovely space to work in because it's got all these doors and windows, which makes it nice and bright. The only thing is that limits what furniture I can put down here and down here because of the windows, but we'll make it work. So quite a big setback, to be honest. It's going to be a lot of work, which is frustrating, but I wanted to show you the space because it's going to be a really exciting space to work in when I get it all sorted and have as like a craft room. And I wanted to kind of document the transformation from a start to finish. So let's get out of here before the builders arrive. Hi everyone, and welcome to the first studio vlog in my new space. So you've seen the outside and the state that it's currently in. And I wanted to show you what I'm currently working with in my temporary setup, because the outside is going to take longer than we originally thought. So we thought there might be some work to do outside in terms of maybe taking the bar out. We were going to have a look at the floor, but we weren't expecting water damage. We were just maybe thinking that there might not be flooring under the bar and we'd have to do something about that. And then obviously ordering new furniture, whatever furniture's needed. So now that it's a big job, what we're going to do is, my husband's office is currently being decorated, and once he's moved in there, I'm going to move in the spare room where he is so that we can start getting the living room straight, because that's where I am now. So let me show you what I'm currently working with. So I'm going to start you at the one end. So this is going to be the living room. However, right now it's my temporary office and dumping ground. So I haven't unpacked everything work-wise and craft-wise because it's only temporary. However, I have had to start opening some more boxes and digging into them because I kind of thought we'd be nearer getting in my permanent home, but that's not going to happen. So in here, up this end, we've got stuff. So this is going to be my husband's new desktop. Then there's just, most of the boxes in here are my office stuff and craft stuff, but like you can see there's bits of furniture under there. There's also living room stuff, ornaments, stuff like that. All the boxes are labelled, but they're all kind of chucked in here. And then I've taken this end of the room next to the window because the only lights in here, weirdly, are this one little wall light there and one little wall light there, and they really don't give off any light whatsoever, so it's really, really dark in here. So I basically end up working with this lamp on to light my desk, and then my ring light, I kind of aim it wherever I'm working so that I can actually see what I'm doing when I'm peeling stickers and stuff like that. But I've got my pink sofa back from my old house, so this is gonna go outside. You can't see out there right now because it's too bright. This is gonna go in the cabin as like a cozy little drawing area and just chill out for doing videos and stuff. So right now I am kind of using this as a little filming area, but this wallpaper, I'm sorry if you're an animal print lover, but it's really not my vibe. So if you're wondering why I've suddenly got animal print in the back of my videos, it's not my choice. Then I've got just one of my bookcases that I got out all my stock and the things that sell most. I do have some planners and notebooks and things still boxed, and then all up on this bottom shelf is actually like my notepads and journals and things down there, and there's like bits of equipment that I use and files and stuff. So I have kind of condensed that down to the most used things for now. Then I've got the desk I had in my old house. This is like where I recycle stuff. And then look at this, it's my new bullet journal. It's there, it's being used. I realise it's like the same. My phone is actually taller than my bullet journal, which is mad. But I've got the same kind of desk setup. It's a little bit messy at the minute. Then I've got my rickety printer shelves, which will eventually be going. And I've just got one printer set up at the minute and my silhouette. Then I've got my rolling cart, which I've set up my sticker storage on again. So these are all my die cut stickers. So they're all up on there. And then I've just got some of my washies and pens and stuff for planning. And then I've set up 2 of my 3 desks. So I had these, and then I had one long one that was the full length of this again, which I've given to my mum. So she's had that, and then I've just condensed this down for now. So under here, these are the same 2 sets of drawers I had before with all my paper and cardstock and sticker paper and stuff like that I make products with. So they're reasonably close to my printer. And then under this one, I've got all my packing materials. So that's how it was before. I've got my little packing station, pretty much how it was before, except for this was hanging up. But every time I buy one of the rails, it's got a sticky pad on it that I can't seem to find anywhere individually. So once you've used it once and taken it down, it's like, doesn't work anymore. So to stop wasting money, I've just got this here for now until I get in a permanent place. And that's basically my setup. And then I live in a sea of boxes, which is really distracting, to be honest. So I made myself a nice pot of tea because I went to bed last night with really bad heartburn, and I can still kind of feel it a little bit, like a little bit tight. And I haven't actually had anything to eat yet, but I just want to drink a lot of water and stuff. I've been drinking water this morning, but I've done an experiment because I've had mint and licorice tea before, but I haven't got any of that. But I have got mint tea and licorice tea, so I've just put one of each in my teapot. So I'm gonna see what that's like, and I'm gonna do my bullet journal for the day and just make sure I know what my priorities are and where I need to be. So let's do that. So that is now done, and I have a much clearer idea of what I'm doing for the day. I know what my priorities are. I'm really liking just spending a few minutes doing these daily spreads, and literally all I've done is, if you can see, I've got a work list here. I hope that's focusing. I've got a work list here, some personal appointments, and I stuck a cupcake sticker because I'm meeting my friends for cake. This is from OK Doodle. I did smudge yellow down the page, so slightly upset about that, but it's just my messy place to get my head straight, so it doesn't really matter. I've got a parcel arriving today from FedEx, which I think is going to be my positive pants washies. I don't know what else it could be, so I'm really excited. If that is what it is, I will open it here. Tomorrow is my birthday. I'm going to be the grand old age of 35, so I'm going to do a one-day sale, so I need to get that all ready. I am going to be offering a discount. As it's the 11th, I think I might do 11%, but is that a weird percent? I don't know. No, I think I decided I was going to do 10. So there's going to be 10% off with 10 grab bags available for the first 10 customers. So I've been swapping samplers with lots of shops, and I have this little tub here full of sticker samplers. So I will show you those in a little bit, and we'll make up grab bags. So I need to do that. I need to film some content for social media. I need to get some social person emails all ready so people actually know this sale is happening. And then the rest of the day is going to be focused on pin designs. But we'll come back to that a little bit later. So let's start with the birthday sale. I just wanted to hop on a live and tell you about my birthday sale that's happening tomorrow. It's my birthday tomorrow. The goodie bags that are going to be popped in those orders for free are going to contain stickers from around 20 lovely shops. Now there are a few that I'm still waiting for, but I thought I would just hop on a live and pack what we've got so far and start putting the goodie bags together. So we've got a lovely box here full of stickers. So I thought I would go through what we've got so far and show you some of what's going to be in these grab bags. So we've got, so far in a goodie bag, we've got the bundle of goodies from Honeymoon, the Stick It Pretty sampler, Cornflower Lane stickers, boxes of loveliness, some stickers from Plannerberry, the beautiful hedgehog from Deli's Designs, this die cut from Daisy and Pixie, the Cute Stickers Only sampler, the OK Doodle sticker, and the Nova Bell sticker. And I can tell you that I am still waiting for stickers from, and this isn't a name and shame, I am still waiting for stickers from Rebel Jones Design. I know they're on their way. Gretel Creates, Mundane Life, Peach and Mimi. Oh, I might need to check my spreadsheet. Inky Bajinky, Paper Lobster. I knew there was one more. It's Happy Cutie Studio. So there's still 7 more lots of stickers to go in here. So tomorrow, when my birthday sale goes live at 10 o'clock, the first 10 people to place an order over £10 will get the bundle of goodies. So they've ripped up all the old floorboards, which are now, well, you can't see out the window because it's too bright, which are now outside.
And to be honest, they're all warped and they're probably not able to be reused. So these boards were underneath. That's what's left of where the bar was. So, oh, that's good actually. We've lost the shelves as well, which is fine. I didn't want those. I can do something else. And all the stuff behind here, so all the bar. So it's now back to being a nice big rectangular space, which is good. That also gives me more actual wall to put furniture against. However, I'm getting ahead of myself here because let me just tell you what they've said. So they've lifted a few of the boards and you can see that it's basically just been plonked on hardcore, like dirt, rocks, ground. There's no damp proofing whatsoever. And they are a little bit worried that, as well as the floor being warped, some of the actual structure, oh, hello, some of the actual structure may have warped. So they're going to go away and they're going to email us tonight with some options. They're going to have a talk about it. But they've suggested that we try and kind of jack up the whole structure so they can put proper foundations and damp proofing underneath and put in a concrete floor. But they are worried there is a risk with that it'll affect the structural integrity of the actual cabin, and when they jack it up it might just collapse in places. But the other alternative is taking it completely apart, getting someone to do the foundations and then having them put it all back up if that's possible, but that is going to be extremely expensive. Basically, at this point, all the options are going to be extremely expensive, which is really frustrating because it's one of the main things that drew me to this house, having this nice big space to work in. And like, this is fairly new. This was built 2 years ago and they must have spent a fortune on it. And I kind of feel like we have, because it was included in the price of the property, obviously. And now we're potentially going to have to pay for it again. One of the other options they said was knock it down completely and start again. So I'm feeling quite frustrated and concerned about finances. So I'm really hoping that my birthday sale does well tomorrow, and the product launches that I've got coming up this month, because there's been a lot of financial setbacks since we moved in. But welcome to adult life, I suppose. So yeah, that's where I am with the cabin. So I'm going to lock it up for today and we'll wait for their email later.
So everything's very much in a state of flux. It's very disruptive. It's not the headspace I want to be in when I'm trying to design new products, but hey ho. I thought this was actually a really good time to update you on another change that I've made in Plan, Inspire, Create. My patrons have already been made aware of this, and that is that I'm closing the top tier of my Patreon. So my Patreon community is staying open, self-care together. It's going to be much more focused on the community aspects. And all I'm taking away is the top tier, which is the goodie box every other month. Now, this is one of my favourite things to put together, was the goodie boxes. I loved creating a limited collection every other month just for my patrons, and it would be inspired around a self-care theme. And I've done them for 2 years. And yeah, I'm really proud of the boxes that I've created. However, I have known for some time that something has got to give. I think running a business in general, when it's just you, is hard. And since I started Plan, Inspire, Create, I've basically added more and more elements onto my plate, which has been really great. I really enjoyed it, but at some point you have to recognise when it's too much. And I've known something's got to give, but I've not really wanted to make the decision on what for quite a while. And when I really sat down and looked at it and kind of put my feelings aside, I knew it had to be the Patreon goodie boxes, because, you know, a lot of creators do these goodie boxes for their patrons, and I've also seen a lot of creators saying they don't really make a lot of financial sense. You're lucky if you break even on them, because you're often creating them in such small quantities. Even for creators that are making like 100 boxes, it can still be hard to break even on them. And that's not even really taken into account the amount of time it takes to make them. So new products take a long time to create. But the benefit of that is that you have those designs that you can use and sell for the long term. But with the Patreon boxes, with it being such a limited collection and only for my patrons, then I'm kind of limited on what I can then do with those designs. I really need to free up more time for self-care and personal stuff, but also to think about growing my business. When I did my tax returns this year, it wasn't a good thing to look at, and I think this is a really make or break year for me, if I'm honest. And I need to be seeing more profit in my business by the time I do the next one next April, and that's gonna come around quick. So I need to free up some time to focus on how I'm going to grow the business to a point where it is bringing in the profit that I need it to make it a sustainable business. So with the Patreon boxes, once you've taken into account kind of the planning phase, all of the designing through to actually manufacturing and packing the products, photographing, sharing on social media, all those things, you're talking about a week and a half. So I could be saving 3, 4, 5 days a month, depending, and using that, so that's potentially a week to use on other things. And as much as it saddens me to do, because it's one of my favourite things, I just feel like there are some times where something's got to give, and it might not be. You got to kind of put your heart to the side a little bit. All my patrons have been really supportive about it. They've just dropped down to other tiers, and I'm going to be using some of that time to focus more on the community building aspects so we can get to know each other more. Last month we had a really fun video chat where we just hung out and chatted and got to know each other better, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's my plan. And I just wanted to share it because I want to share kind of the reality of the behind the scenes. Like, it might all look like it's going super, super well, but actually you don't really know how things are going. And especially with these kind of unexpected setbacks with the house, it's really forced me to put my business head on and think, come on now, like, it's not just about what you enjoy doing, it's about, this is a business and you have got to put your business hat on too. So that's what I'm doing. Maybe I will bring some limited edition boxes to the shop in the future. That's something I could explore, but watch this space for that. I've got no plans in the coming months because I've already got like 1, 2, 3 product launches that I'm working on at the minute. So yeah, we'll see. And I know a lot of other creators do the boxes, and that can be hard then for you to want to take a step back because you compare to other people and you think, well, other people are making it work. Maybe if I just do it a bit longer, if I do this, and or, oh, my patrons might not be happy because, you know, what if they leave? And ultimately I had to say, you know, that might happen, but this does make the most sense. And this is about you in your business journey, not what other people are doing. So that's the decision I've made. Right now, I'm going to go and spend the rest of the afternoon, I think it's about 2:30, I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon designing new pins. So I have 2 collections that I'm currently working on in terms of designs. The first one is a pin collection of cosmetic themed self-care pins. So I already have, let me get them. So I already have the self-love serum pin. And I have the self-doubt remover pin. That was one of the first ones I ever did. And I've started an eyeshadow palette design with my patrons that I think is going to be super cool on our live streams where we design products together. And it's going to be a hinged pin and open up as an eyeshadow palette, and I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. And then I'm going to do 3 more designs. So I want to bring out another 4, and I'm going to call it the Self-Care Cosmetics pin range. So I want to design another 4 to go with these. So I'm going to go and sit in the other room where it's warmer, maybe even on my bed, nice and cozy with a blanket, my iPad, put the telly on, and let's draw. I'm coming at you with a 10-minute announcement. It is my birthday. I've got my official badge on that my friends gave me yesterday. And at 10 o'clock, I'm launching a one-day sale for my birthday on my website. You can get 10% off anything in the store, no minimum order. But the first 10 people to place orders over £10 will get a goodie bag filled with stickers from so many lovely shops. Hello, it is my birthday and I am wearing my birthday badge, and you will have seen me this morning getting my birthday sale all ready to go live. So it went live at 10 o'clock and the first 10 people to order over £10 get the grab bags like I showed you, and we've had 4 orders so far and we're an hour in, so I'm happy about that. I'm hoping we get to the 10 today. That would be my dream, that we give away all the goodie bags. So I've spent the last hour getting the sale live, posting it all over the place. Emails were scheduled, it's gone on all my social medias, so we'll see how the day progresses. And now I have something very exciting to do, because last night, I don't know how I resisted opening them, but I was out last night. Last night, my washi tapes arrived, the Positive Pants washi. So I've unpacked all the outer layers and I've got to the inner bag of washies, and I want to open them with you. And I'm really nervous about them, to be honest, because it's a new manufacturer, for one, and for two, there's a lot of purples in there, and I know I've seen other creators talking about the fact that lilacs and purples are really hard to get accurate as you wanted them when printing. And it's not necessarily that it's got to tie in exactly with other products or any branding or anything, so that gives me a bit of flexibility. But obviously when the pins come and I print the stickers, I would like them to look cohesive. So enough waffling, let's get to the good stuff. Let me move you so we can open these washies. Oh my goodness. Okay. Get me in one. Let me in. Oh my god, that came out so cute. So I decided to change my packaging for the washi tapes. So my first ones I did were kind of like representative of the design of the washi, but then I started doing the stickers like this, where you've got a kind of sample of what the washi looks like and then like the title of the washi, but no one necessarily needs that. And when people pick them up in stores and stuff, they see that it says paper boat. This here says the length in small writing. I don't know if that's going to focus, but it says 15mm by 10m washi tape, and then my logo at the bottom. But you might not know what it is if you're not like super familiar with washi tape. I changed it so it now says decorative paper tape in like coordinating colours. Then there's a sample of what it looks like, and then my logo, and then it says 15mm by 10mm there. That sticker's a little bit wonky, but are all the stickers a little bit wonky? No, not necessarily, not necessarily. And then it's wrapped in eco-friendly paper, which is why I like having these samples, and when I display them in person I usually have samples out for people to see, but I prefer this to the plastic packaging just in terms of I don't generally use plastic packaging in my shop. This was actually a mistake. I'd asked for paper packaging and the manufacturer did it in plastic, and then they said we'll unwrap them all and do them in paper, and I felt that was even more wasteful, so I told them not to. But all of my washies usually come like this, so let's actually unwrap one and see what it's like inside. Okay, oh, okay, oh, I like it. Okay, I've got this bubble of excitement actually looking at it. Let's peel it. We went for the pink backing. I did a vote on Instagram. We went for a pink background, and actually, it looks so beautiful. I know it's not focusing. There we go. Oh my god. and there's a really long repeat. So let's see, where does it, there, that's a length. You can't even see. Let me zoom you out. So that is a full length, but let me show you up close. So we start here, and we've got all these different pairs of pants, all different pinks, purples, patterns, styles, on these cute little washing lines, these flowery ones, heart ones, spotty ones, and that's the end of like a repeat. So all of that length, if I can zoom you out, all of that length is like a unique design, and then it repeats again. I'm so happy with that. Look, which is my favourite washing line. Oh, I love them. Got this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So there's going to be a matching sticker sheet which has all the individual pairs of pants plus some of these, time to pop on your positive pants. There's going to be 2 individual stickers, 1 washi line design and 1 individual pair of pants. And then there is going to be the washing line enamel pin, and I designed a postcard the other night as well, which is on its way, and I'll be able to show you soon. So we're in my messy living room now, and I'm just chilling because today is just like really lovely. Even though I'm working today, I'm off a lot of tomorrow, I'm doing some of my favourite things. So I've opened my lovely washi tapes, and for the rest of the day I am designing pins again. So I want to show you what I've been working on yesterday and today because I have pretty much finished it. So 2 live streams ago with my patrons, we designed a eyeshadow palette pin, and it's going to be called the Pick Me Up palette. And inside the eyeshadow colours are going to be things that would help pick you up on a day, so you could like take what you need if you were applying your makeup. So we've got joy, energy, calm and hope. And a lot of the design and the colour choices and all those things came from my patrons. I had great fun on the live stream drawing different ideas and getting people's feedback and kind of tweaking it. And I've now finished putting it together. This is going to be the top of the eyeshadow palette. And it's got this really nice terrazzo pattern that one of my patrons actually suggested doing, because I used to have a terrazzo pattern washi tape that's now completely sold out. And it's a different pattern, but we kind of went on that kind of abstract pattern on the lid. So this is going to be the top of it. It's going to say Pick Me Up palette. It's going to be in gold. It's going to have white enamel in the background, and then these different colours popping in the text and the kind of abstract design. And then you're going to actually be able to open it up, and inside, this is going to be the inside. So you've got your 4 eyeshadow colours, which I may also do glitter as well as the enamel. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below, or whether I should just leave it traditional. So you've got your 4 colours. The names of the colours are going to be in gold as well. So it's going to be joy, energy, calm and hope. And then there's like a little applicator in there designed like in enamel as well, with 2 colours on the end, as if you've like swatched the yellow and pink. So I'm really excited, and the idea is that the outside is like all gold and it hinges up. So it's one that I've wanted to make for a while now. My next job is to make 3 more pins to go with it. So I know I'm going to do something based on a sun cream design, possibly a mascara, and then I need to think about the other 2. So let's get cracking. So I am totally in love with that design, and I've gone on to half make a mascara design. I'm still working on that and the final pin in the collection. I need to decide what I'm going to do, but I'm liking how they're looking with all the coordinating colours, and the bullshit repellent really makes me smile, so I'm happy with that. I had a lovely birthday. The birthday sale went really well. all the goodie bags went, so I'll be packing those up and packing those orders in the next vlog. So join me next week where I will be back for another one, and I'll be updating you on the cabin situation. I'll be unboxing more new goodies in my collection. There's just so much going on at the moment, so thank you so much for watching. Please like it if you enjoyed it and consider subscribing if you're not a subscriber already. I will leave the details for all the shops that swapped with me down in the description below, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye everyone!